Hello guys, welcome to V3 Design and welcome to another class on web development. Today we're going to be discussing the topic logical operators. Yes, logical operators. We're going to go in depth into logical operators. So if you are new to programming, you might find some concepts a bit challenging at first, but don't worry because I'm here to guide you guys through it step by step. Alright? So guys, let's dive into what are logical operators. Although we've also discussed about this topic before in the previous class, but today we're going to go in depth as to what logical operators are all about. So guys, now logical operators are fundamental tools in programming that help us make decisions based on conditions, right? You have been hearing me saying the else if statement, the if statement, the else statement. Now those guys actually make use of what we call logical operators, all right? At its core, a logical operator is a symbol or keyword used to connect two or more Boolean expressions or values together. Guys, now we all know what a Boolean value is. That means a Boolean value is either true or false. Alright, it is also a data type. Now, logical operators allow us to build complex conditions that can evaluate to either true or false based on the inputs we provide. So let's just say that logical operators go hand in hand with conditional statements. You get, guys? Logical operators go hand in hand with what? With conditional statements. You cannot have a conditional statement without having a logical operator. That's why you saw me telling you that with that if you're actually making use of conditional statements, if you're making use of the if else statement, you should never use just equal to. You should always use either you use greater than equal to, or you use less than equal to, or you use equal to, or you use equal to. That's the strict equality sign. Never you just use plain equal to because it will give you an error. Alright. So logical operators always combine equal to with something. Either it combines equal to with less than, or it combines equal to with greater than, or it combines equal to with exclamation mark, which is not equal to, alright, and a whole lot more. Now, these operators are very crucial because they enable us to make decisions in our code. Now, for example, guys, let's say you are developing a game. You're developing a game and you want to check if a player has enough health. You know, when you are playing, of course, I believe so many of you guys play games. Now, imagine you want to check if your player has enough health or has enough points before allowing them to perform an action. Without logical operators, you will struggle to create meaningful conditions that actually show how that program would behave. You get, guys? That is why you need to understand and know what logical operators are all about. Going forward, we have three types of logical operators. There are primarily three types of logical operators that we're going to focus on today's class. The first one, guys, is what we call the AND operator, or what we call the logical AND operator. We have the logical OR operator, that's O arrow, right? And then we have the logical NOT operator. So the first one on the list, guys, is logical OR operator, O arrow. Logical O arrow operator. Now, this operator is represented by this value you can see here. This thing that looks like 1 or line, right? This thing you can see here. Now, this OR operator evaluates to true if at least one of the condition is true. Yes, this OR operator it evaluates to true if at least one of the condition is true. So if you give it like condition A and condition B, whether condition A is true or condition B is true, maybe you have condition A and condition B, whether condition A is true, condition B is false, it will definitely give you true because one of them is true. Now let's particularize what I'm talking about. Okay, let me particularize what I'm talking about. Like you can see, guys, from the example we have here. Now, first of all, we have condition 1 of which your friend you want to go out with your friend, right? Condition 1 is that your friend is not busy. Condition 2 is that weather is nice. Now, either if condition 1 is true and condition 2 is false, or condition 2 is false and condition 1 is true, either any of them, whether anyone is false, as far as one is true, you are definitely going to go out. Now let me come to my code. Let me come to my code and display what I'm trying to explain, guys. Okay. Let me explain what I'm trying to explain. Now, what I mean is that, let's say, for example, now, we say, like I said before, I made example of going out. Now, if this is the condition, if if um if your friend, let's say your friend's name is John, right? Right? If John is equal to busy, right? Busy, or now this is where, or if John is busy, or the weather is nice. Weather is nice, right? If John is busy, okay, if John is equals to busy, and then come here and put the weather. Let me just, okay, I think I made a mistake here. If John is equal to busy, or the weather, which is also a condition, is equal to nice, right? Then print out as console.log go out, go out, sorry, go out. All right. So guys, now what does this prove? What am I trying now, guys? This thing you are seeing here, this thing you are seeing here is what we call the or, the logical or. Okay, is what we call, there's this thing you are seeing. Let me just show it to you. This diagram is the logical or. Okay. Now this or, actually this or operator is telling you that whether this particular condition is true or this one is true. As far as anyone is true, it must give you true. Do you understand? In the sense that, let's say for example now, we have, let me just, I don't want anyone to get confused. Let me just give another example. Let's say for example we have option, let's say if A is equal to true, right? And then we have B is equal to false, right? Now this or operator, which is this guy here, the answer to give to you is true. Now, in the sense that whether A is true, right, or B is false, as far as there is true in option, between option A and B, it will definitely give you true. So if I'm to change A now to become false, I want to change it to become false, and then I change B to become true. It will still give me what? True. Because as far as there is true between A and B, it must give me true. But if I now have false, you get, then it will now give me false, because none of them has true in them. Do you understand, guys, what I'm trying to explain? So that is how the or operator works. So if you have any option or any condition, as far as any of the condition amounts to true, as far as any of the condition is true, it will definitely give me true as an answer. So either of them is true, because either true, it must bring out the answer because one of the options is true. But if everything among the condition is they are all false, then it will give you false. That is exactly how the or operator works. That is how the logical or operator works. So now, looking at this particular code you wrote, guys, now let me explain what this code means. Okay, now we have our if statement, guys. We have our if statement here, of which we said that now if now this thing you are seeing here is the first condition, and this guy here is the second condition. Okay, are you seeing it, guys? This first one that you have before this thing you are seeing here is our or operator, our logical or is at the middle. Then And if being in the middle, the first thing you will see is the first condition, then your operator, and then the last second condition. It's always in the middle of two conditions, of which this first one, let's say this first one is condition A, right? And then you have the logical or, and then this other guy, this other one here is condition B. Do you understand? So we always put our logical operators at the middle of two conditions or two or more conditions, because sometimes we might have more than two conditions. So we always put our logical operators at the middle of our conditions. Now, these two conditions, now the first one is saying that we created a variable name, and called the variable name John. This thing can be anything, guys, can be anything, can be any name. I can change this into Joy. I can change it to Alice. I can change it to Angel or whatsoever I want. But let's just use John for today's class, for example. So this is the variable John. So that if John is equal to that's what we call the strict equality sign. If John is equal to busy, right? Then rather, or if John, now look at the first thing. If first condition, if John is equal to busy, or right, or the weather is equal to nice, print out go out. Now this operator will now look at condition A and condition B. As far as any of them amounts to true, it will print out go out. That's just the way all operator works. So if I'm to come here now and then I do let's say variable. Let's say var is equal to what? Is equal to, sorry, var John, that means variable John, then is equal to what? Let's say busy. Busy, for example. Busy. Do you get? Now, by doing this, guys, if this logical or then checks this variable of which John is actually busy. That is of which John is busy. That is actually of which that means true, right? That means is John busy? It's okay, good. Let me explain this way. This or operator then will then come and then take the first condition. First of all, John is equal to busy. Now come here to this variable. Is John busy? Obviously, John is busy. That means true, right? Good. Now for that means now come and say, okay, good, like that. The first A is equal to what? Is equal to true, right? Good. Then now come again, the second one. Then let me say I come here now and then I give another variable again. Like it and say weather. Weather is equal to what? Is equal to, let me say I say not nice, for example, not nice. Okay, you get, guys? And then this logical or then comes here as well. This logical or then comes here as well and checks for weather. And of course, the string we have here, the one here is nice and the one here is not nice. They are not the same, right? So obviously, this other condition is false. That means not coming and now also say condition B is equal to what? Is equal to what? False. Now, it's now decide based on all rules, right? Based on my rules, that is logical all rules. As far as any of the condition is true, it will definitely print out the answer and to become true. So therefore, since among condition A and condition B, condition A is true, therefore it will print out go out. Therefore, the all will now say the answer is what? Answer is equal to what? Answer is what? Is equal to what? True. Which is equal to what? Go out. So guys, do you get what I'm trying to explain? I hope you understood what I'm trying to explain. It is that simple, guys. So the logical or operator checks if the two conditions, if any of them has true. Once any of them have true, it will definitely print out or definitely amount to true and then print out your console go out. But if they are both false, then it will not print out anything. Do we understand, guys? Do we understand? It is that simple, all right? So now if they are both false, nothing will print out. Now let me put this code into our console and see if what we are actually saying is true or not. Come to my console and then let's clear this console. Let's clear this console and then Control copy and then Control paste and press enter. Do you see, guys? Do you see? Voila! You see how sweet that is. Now it's actually printed out, go out, because it has checked between the two of them and saw that one of them actually amounts to true. So if I'm to change this thing now, if I'm to change this guy from busy to like not busy, for example, not busy, and then I press enter. Now it will now look at it. Now first first condition is what? If John is busy, it should become true. But now it comes and check this guy and then realizes that John is actually not busy. So that man is already option A is already has already amounted to what? To false. Right? And then it then comes again and check option B. Option B here is nice. That is the time that the condition should be. It should be nice. But here, coming here, option B is not nice. That means it is also false. B is equal to what? False. So therefore, it has false and false. And then, since none of the option or the condition has true, it will not give us what? Nothing. Because you see, guys, it gave us undefined. You see, guys, it gave us undefined because none of them actually has true in it. So that is basically how the OR operator works. Hope we understood that, guys. Hope we understood, guys. Now let's go forward to the next one that we have on the list, which is the logical not operator. Not, N-O-T, not. The logical not operator, guys. Now, this operator is represented by what we call the exclamation mark. That's this guy you can see here, this thing you can see here. That's the logical operator sign of not. Let me come to my code and show you guys. Remember, guys, let me just put this in comments. So we call this guy logical what? Logical or or, okay, which has a sign. The sign of what? This, okay. And then now we're talking about what? Logical not, N-O-T, right? Which has, okay, let me put this here, which has the sign exclamation mark. That's the sign of logical not, and exclamation mark. So what does that mean? Right? Let me just come here. Let me copy this code and paste it here, guys. And then let's use the same example. Okay. Let's use this same example. All right. Now, guys, just watch what is going to happen. Now, instead of pushing this logical on sign here, let's take this off and then replace it with the logical not sign. All right. Let's take it and replace it with logical not sign. And then let me change the variable names. Let me just say John 1, weather 1. Let's change the name so that it should not have the same name. Weather 1. Okay, I don't know why I'm guessing. Why am I getting an error? Null can be used in type 6 script files. What does that mean? So I'm having an error. Let me check why I'm having an error. Okay, let's just give another example. Let me take this off and give another example. Let me just do another example. Okay. So like I said before, guys, that logical not operator, which is given by this exclamation mark, reverses the truth value of a given condition. Okay. It reverses the truth, as you can see here, it reverses the truth value of a given condition. That means when using not as a not operator, if the original condition is true, applying not will make it false. If the original condition is false, the applying the not operator will make it what? True. So basically, what I'm trying to say is that I don't think you're not supposed to use that. Let me just come back to my code and show you. Now, if I want to make use of the not operator, guys, what you have to do is to only make use of it in an if statement. How do I mean? Now let's say for example if now. Now based on this same example that we already have, let's come here and then say if John, the same John, or let me just put this one here, John, right? And then as your braces, console.log, console.log brackets. We'll now do John is busy. John is busy. Good. Okay, guys, now remember that this exclamation mark sign is what we call the not operator. And the not operator is what? It is used to make a condition the opposite. So if you put a not operation in a particular place, if that thing is true before, the not operator will change it to false. If that condition is false, the not operator will change it to true. Okay? So let's say we want to check whether John is busy or not. By putting it like this, guys, first of all, this not operator now will then check coming to this. Let me just come here. Coming to this code, let me just carry this code here and put it here. Control copy, and then let me bring it here so you guys will understand. Control paste. Now it will not check. Now we say that if not operator John, that's the condition. Now it will not check, is this John busy? Right? Is this John busy? It checks the not operator goes to our first code. Now it checks whether this John is busy is true or false. Okay, it checks whether it is true or false. Now if John holds a value that indicates that he is busy, for instance, like if we set John to become busy, then this not John, that's this one here, will then evaluate to true and print John is busy. Do you understand? Do you understand, guys? And if John indicates that he is not busy, that means I put not busy here. It should then evaluate as nothing. Do you understand, guys? That is how the not operator works. So based on what I just explained, let's actually put this in our browser and see what it will display for us. So if I should copy this code and put it there, right? Control copy and put it here. Control paste. Press enter. It gave us undefined. That's because it has converted it. You get it has converted the code. The code was originally true. So it converted the code from true to false and then gave us undefined. Do you understand? So that is actually how the not operator works. And the last operator that we are going to discuss for today, guys, is what we call the what? The last one I want to discuss today is what we call the AND. The AND operator. Let me just come here and put that one here. AND operator. Logical AND. Logical AND. And that one is given by this particular sign or symbol. That one is given by this particular symbol. And that's normal and like we all know. And okay. Now the AND operator, which you can see the and is represented by this and symbol, all right, that we normally have on our keyboard. Okay, so guys, this operator requires both conditions. This particular and operator, it requires both conditions. Now remember that the logical OR operator is always used in two or more conditions, right? But the NOT operator is used in just one condition. However, this logical AND operator is used in two conditions and it connects to be true for the entire expression to evaluate as true. That means, now remember that I said that if for the OR operator, right? For the OR operator, if option A is equal to true and then option B is equal to true or false, or false. As far as any of them has true in it, the AND operator, the OR operator, that's this one guy, will give us true. right? But if you are making use of the and operator, as far as the two of them must be true, as A must be true and B must also be true for it to give you equal to true. Do you get, guys? That means if any of them has false, it will give you false. As far as the both of them has true, then it will give you true. But if any of them has false, it will evaluate to false. So if I'm to change this guy now to false, our and operator will give us false because any of them has false. If I'm to change these two guys to false, it will still give us false because as far as there's false there, it will give you false. So they must all the condition must be true for it to give you true. As far as there is false there, it will give you false. So it's just like this AND operator is just like the opposite of the OR operator. The OR operator, as far as there is true on your condition or the options, it will evaluate to true. But for the AND operator, as far as there is false there, it will give you false. All the condition must be true before it can give you true. Do you understand, guys? All of them must be true. All the condition must be satisfied for the overall condition to actually hold true on your code. So now let's consider another example, guys, and apply this concept there. Let me just clean this up, or let me just make this a comment instead. Let me make this guy a comment. So let's make this a comment. Okay. Now let's continue. Now making use of the AND operator, right? Now let's say, for example, now we're still making use of, let's give that name and that variable. Let's say variable Alice, for example. Her name is Alice. All right, Alice. Okay, Alice is equal to what? Let's say Alice is equal to Alice is not busy. All right, let's say not busy. Okay, and then now let me just call this condition one. Condition one. So you guys will understand what I'm trying to say. Condition one. And then say this Alice not busy is condition one. Let me just put it like this. Okay, and then condition two now. Condition two is what? The weather as variable. Let's call this guy, let's say weather one. Make it different from the first variable. Weather one is equal to what? Let's say the weather is nice. It's equal to nice. Okay, and then coming here, we then let's give the conditional statement. We then say if brackets, if Alice, that's the first condition now. If Alice is equal to not busy, right? Not busy. And that's that logical and statement now. And if the weather equal to nice, right? Then console.log, that's print out this statement, go to the word, go out. Oh, okay, let's say go out. Let's just use that short one. Go out. Go out. That's simple. And exclamation mark. Go out. So now let me go through the code, guys, and just explain. Now this first variable is this first variable I'll just set here is condition one. Whereby we give a variable name of Alice and then we give it a value of not busy. And then this other one is condition two, which is a variable of weather one, and then we'll give it a value of nice, right? of which our and operator would now check variable one. This is variable one, or rather condition one, and this is condition two. And we came here and said the if statement now make use of this and operator. Remember, you see now, like guys, that is between condition one and condition two. So you always put your and operator or your or operator inside what? Inside your at the middle of your two conditions or your three conditions or your four conditions, alright? It always be at the middle. So now if this what happens is that this and operator will now come. Now let's say this first condition is condition one. Let me just put it here. Condition one, right? Condition one, and then let me put the and at the middle, and then it has condition two as well. Condition two. Now what happens is that it then starts and evaluates the first condition. It comes here and evaluates this guy. Now, first of all, Alice is the first condition is that Alice is not busy. It then comes here and check. Is Alice really not busy? True. It then comes here and puts true. Right? And then it comes here again to condition two and also checks. Now, what's the condition? Whether is equals to nice. And it comes here to check. Is whether nice? Yes, whether is equals to nice. And then it comes here and puts true. So guys, based on what you can see now, we have true and then we also have true. And based on the rule, in the AND operator, once the two conditions are both true, it will now give us is equal to what? Equal to what? To true. But if any of the conditions here had false, it will evaluate to false. So if I'm to put this code now on my browser, let me just put the code in my browser. It will evaluate to true and then to give us go out, because the both conditions are actually true. All right. Okay, I think I made a mistake somewhere. Where is the problem? I'm seeing undefined, and I'm wondering why I'm having undefined. Okay, guys, I think I see why I got an error. Remember that I named my variable to be variable one, but here I made use of just weather. That is why I got this error of undefined, because normally it's supposed to print out go out for me. So let's change this to variable one, and then let's also put it in our console again. All right, let's do that again. Control copy and do that again, and then let's put that into our console again. You see, guys, now it is displaying what it's supposed to display. It's because I actually did not I made use of weather one here and I gave it weather, ordinary weather here. That's why it was giving me an error, because the both variables were not the same. Now that I've changed it to weather one, it is now giving me the right output. And as you can see, guys, it's giving me what? Go out. Why? Because the two conditions are true. So if I'm to change this thing now, let me say I change this guy now, this weather one to not nice, for example, not nice. And then I put it in my console to give me undefined, because one of the conditions is false. All right, one of them is false. You see, guys, it gave me undefined. That is because one of the condition is false. Now what happens now? Let me turn this thing off. Now look at it again, guys. We have condition one and condition two, right? We have condition one here and then we have condition two here. Okay, now first thing, guys, will come here, check the first condition, which says Alice is not busy, and come here. Is Alice busy or not? She's not busy. Good. It has true. It gives answer true, right? Then it comes to condition two, which is this one, and then comes here and check whether one nice. Now obviously whether one is showing not nice, so that is what? False. So it comes here and evaluates false, right? And then based on the rule, as far as any of the condition has false in it, it must evaluate to what? To false. You see, guys? So that way, immediately, it will not give you undefined. That is why it gave us undefined here. So that is basically how the AND operator works. And I hope no one is confused. I hope no one is confused. So the last thing I'm talking about now is what we call the truth table. The truth table. Now, the truth table is what we can easily use to understand how these operators work, because I guess some of you might be confused. You may not be able to cram all these things to have them at the back of your brain. So that's why we have what we call the truth table. The truth table is actually used to show how these operators work, okay? And it lists out all possible combinations of Boolean values for given logical expressions and shows their results. So in here, we have column 1, that which is A. We have column B. We have A and B. We have A, this one here. We have A or B, and we have not A. Okay. So the first one is that if you have condition A and condition, this is condition A and condition B. If you have condition A to be false and you have condition B to be false, if you are making use of the AND, it will definitely give you false. That's because the AND checks if any of them have false, and the both of them have false, so to give you false. Now, if you have condition A to be false and condition B to be true, as far as any of them have false, to give you false. That's why you have false here. If you have condition A to be true and condition B to be false, as far as any of them have false, it will also give you false. But if you have condition A and condition B to be true, then to give you true. Coming to the OR operator, if you have as far as any, the rule is that for all, as far as any of them have true, it will evaluate to be true. So looking at condition A and B, they are both false, so to give us false. But here we have false and we have true. That means that is why it gave us true, because as far as any of the condition have true, it must evaluate to be true. This one as well, A has true, B has false. As far as there is true, it will give us true. And then we now have true. Wow, it will now give us true. That's why we have true here. Then for the not reverses whatever is there. Alright. Now if not checks is, now this is what? This is false and this is false. It will give you true, because it will give you the opposite of whatever you have in your condition. Now we have condition A now here to have false, and here has what? Has B true. What happens? As far as there is false here, to give us true, which is the opposite of what? Of false. Same thing, you have true here, we have false here. As far as there is, now let's now please guys note that this is not A. Not A only applies to just one condition and not two. It applies to only one condition and not two. So if you're comparing not A, we're comparing only it against this particular column and not this one. So this is not A, that means we're comparing it with this particular option A. So now looking at it again, guys. Since there is false, it will give us the opposite, and all opposite of false is true. That's why we have true here. Opposite of false again is what? Is true. Opposite of true is false, and opposite of true again is also false. That's why we have all this here. So guys, I have explained what each table is used. So guys, you can put it down, or you can screenshot it or something. But guys, this is how simple as the rules of logical operators go. So now that you have understand all these things, guys, we have different practical applications of logical operators in our life. There are different practical applications of logical operators in life, right? Of which number one, we have game development. Now we use this a lot in game development, because sometimes or most times we often need to check multiple conditions before allowing an action. Let's say if you want to buy a particular let me say you're having, if you're playing a game, and then to buy some levels or to open some levels, you have to have some particular amount of coins, right? To open some levels. If you don't have those coins, the level will not open for you. But if you have those coins, to open for you. So it is true logical operator we can check whether the person has those coins or not. Alright? So if the player has enough coin, then it will open for the person. That level will open for the player. But if the player does not have enough coin, it will not open for the player. Okay? Then also we also make use of it in web development. Alright? We can use to verify a user's permission in web development. So if a user is logged in, it will show logged in. But if a user is not logged in, it will also show not logged in. So that is what we call user verification or user permission. And then we also have what we also use it for the form validation. That's to ensure correct input. So if someone is putting an incorrect email into their form, it will show that email is incorrect. That is being done by making use of what? Logical operators. Alright. So we also have some common mistakes and best practices, of which number one is that using parentheses. That means clarify evaluation order in complex expressions. That means always put your conditions inside of a bracket. Don't put your condition ordinarily. Always put it inside of a parenthesis. That is a bracket. Alright. Also, keep it simple. That means don't write over complex code. and test your code as well and practice regularly. So guys, hope you did enjoy today's class and I hope you're able to understand and grasp the concept of these logical operators, which are or operator, and operator, and not operator. So guys, I hope to see you in the next class. Always make sure to practice, 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 because practice makes perfect. Do have a great day and I'll see you in the next class. Happy coding.